In this video, we are going to talk about the various components of Power BI Desktop. So the first among them is the Power Query. So what is Power Query? Power Query is a separate window in Power BI which is used to transform or clean data. Most of the times, we may not get the data in the very right way. It may not be proper, it may not be properly structured. So we will have to do this work, and we'll do all this work in the Power Query. For example, in this case, if you're seeing on the screen, you can see a name, everything in capital letters, some name everything in lowercase. So this is not a proper naming convention. We have to put everything in a proper naming convention. So we have to change it in this place called Power Query. The second one is the Power Pivot. So what is Power Pivot? If you have more than two tables, you will have to relate those two tables. For example, in the case you are saying there is this customer master. If you look at the customer master, the columns like country, customer ID, customer name, his postal code, his region, his state, whatever it is related to the customer, all the details of the customer. But if you look at the transaction table, which is the sales table, you can see the columns like amount, company ID, customer ID, invoice date, invoice ID, product ID, quantity, rate. So all those fields in the transaction table are relating to a particular transaction only. Okay, and in the customer master, it is the detail of all the customers. So in the transaction table, what is there with regards to customer? The customer ID is only there. And what is the ID? Suppose the ID is 111. What is the name of customer ID 111? What is the location or place of customer ID 111? Everything is stored in the customer master. So then we have to tell Power BI, okay, this customer ID in the transaction table and this customer ID in the customer master has to be related. So this is an area where we create relationship between the two tables. This is just very simple thing. It's just a drag and drop. And the next thing is the Power View. So Power View is an area where we visualize, or it's a canvas where we create a lot of visualization. We create the table visual, as you can see here, the bar chart, the donut chart, and many other visualizations. The next thing is the Power Map. So Power Map is basically a map visual in Power BI. So you might be thinking, then why it is called Power Map as a different thing? It is because Power BI is actually evolved from Excel, Microsoft Excel. So Power BI actually evolved from the limitations of Microsoft Excel. So in Excel, this map visual was a big concept. It was called Power Map because it's a very different thing. It's a very big concept in Excel. But in Power BI, as you just saw the table and the donut chart and all, it is just another visualization for us. That's it. The last one is the Power Q&A. For example, if you go to a new place, you want to know which is the best restaurant in that place, or you want to know where will I get the best veg food or a non-veg food or anything like that. So what you will do, you will just search in Google, where do I get this, that and all. Similarly, in Power BI there is an option where you can check or you can search by just typing your questions like in English. You can type like what is the sales for the period of January, what is the difference between the profit of 2019 and profit of 2020. You can just type in English language and Power BI will give you the exact figures. So that is one of the strongest and one of the impactful functionality in Power BI, the Power Q&A. So these are the various components of Power BI Desktop. So that's all for this video. See you in the next.